built
Yo,
a
Jack
coalition
Posobiec's got a
that
really good
lasted-
tweet. He says, over 1 hour in and not one candidate has even mentioned the Biden DOJ weaponizing the power of the state to take down its top opponent.
That's wild.
Look, man, I like Vivek, but if I was on that stage, I'm sorry. Anybody who watches this show, like, you know exactly what I'd be talking about. The first thing they'd say, we have an immigration crisis at the border. As president, what would you do? Out! You got to go. You can't stay. You came here illegally. We're going to get you on a nice bus. We're going to send you back to Mexico. Mexico can deal with it. They broke into Mexico or they're from Mexico. They come here. Well, they go back to Mexico. I don't hate the people. I got no beef. In fact, I respect their drive to come to the greatest country on this planet. Sorry, but you can't stay. Apply legally. We'll welcome you in due time so we can adequately and properly handle the economics. Next point. As president, all prosecution, anybody who engaged in a prosecution or sedition against the previous president will face criminal prosecution. Next question. I'm done. They're up there and they're being like, well, let's have a debate on the merits of China. Dude, yeah. We get it.
They're arresting the opposition leader, man. But
we can talk about China.
Yeah.
We can talk about China. We'd say, yes, we realize China's a threat. Next question. Well, what would you do about it? The first thing I would do is stop the psychopaths who are dissolving Trump's business, falsely accusing him of rape, prosecuting his lawyers. Do you think anyone in this country right now, look, what they're trying to do is this is the problem with conservative voters, or I shouldn't, it's the right. It's that there's this hope and this belief that if you just do nothing, it goes back to normal. Not the case.
Not going to happen.
So what's going to happen is after Trump is gone, you've now proven they can wield these tactics against anyone who stands in their way.
Yeah. This is what is so funny about this thing tonight is there were some good answers. I think DeSantis is doing a good job relative to the last one. I think Nikki's relative. Yeah, but relative is the key word for all of this here. Yeah. Nikki started out strong against her opponents. She got weaker throughout. Same thing with Tim Scott. Even Burgum lost me. He lost me, even Doug Burgum. Yeah. But the reason I say relative is none of it matters. Because none of their names is Donald John Trump, who is 50 points ahead of everybody.
But they could make it matter. It's just what they're doing is your run-of-the-mill, blah, blah, blah political debate. Yeah. What did Donald Trump do? I will arrest Hillary Clinton. Yeah. He didn't do it. He didn't. And so you go up on that stage, and what do people want to hear? Well, look, what they're trying to do, all of these people, I imagine most of them don't actually believe a word they say.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What actually happens is the consultants come in and say, if you go with these talking points, you'll cast a wider net than Ron DeSantis will. So that's why Nikki Haley was like, you want to get kids on the TikTok. He literally said we should not allow them on TikTok. And then you just said nonsense because they don't actually believe or care about whatever it is they're talking about.
There also appears to be just real personal animosity now, which there wasn't at the last debate, I think. So this is the part that I really like about the campaign season is when they actually start to just like hate each other and they can't keep it in anymore because I just want something unexpected. I want some sign of life or an organic reaction to human beings. And so you're starting to see that a little bit here, but it still seems like play acting to me. I mean,
agreed.
For someone at 6% to say when I'm president of the United States, give me a break.
You know what answer I would appreciate more than any one of these answers? When asked, right now, Donald Trump, the former president, is facing multiple indictments. There is an investigation into the son of the president, which may involve the president himself. How would you respond? When Ian says, I'd pardon all of them so we can end the animosity and fighting, while I disagree with it, it's a real answer.
Yeah.
It's not well, you got to understand these investigations need to be played out. And as the American people, no. Ian will tell you what he wants to do, even if you don't like what he wants to do. Yeah. These people will tell you wishy-washy BS nonsense and waste our time.